भगवद्गीते भगवद्वेषिणी अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु ज्ञानयोगश्लोकसंग्रहः अर्जुन उवाच अहो बत महत्पापम् कर्तुं व्यवसिता वयं यद्राज्यसुखलोभेन हन्तुं स्वजनमुद्यताः श्रीभगवानुवाच अपि चेदसि पापेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः पापकृत्तमः सर्वं ज्ञानप्लवेनैव वृजिनं सन्तरिष्यसि तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते ज्ञानम् ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणः न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे वेदा विनाशिनं नित्यं य एनमजमव्ययम् कथं स पुरुषः पार्थ गन्धातयति हन्तिकम् नैनं छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावकः न चैनं क्लेदयन्त्यापः न शोषयति मारुतः अच्छेद्योऽयमदाह्योऽयम् अक्लेद्यो शोष्य एव च नित्यः सर्वगतस्थाणुः अचलोऽयं सनातनः त्रैगुण्यविषया वेदाः निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुन निर्द्वन्द्वो नित्यसत्त्वस्थः निर्योगक्षेम कामान्
सर्वान् पार्थमनोगतान् आत्मन्येवात्मना तुष्टः स्थितप्रज्ञस्तदोच्यते ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषूपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामः कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति रागद्वेषवियुक्तैस्तु विषयानिन्द्रियैश्चरन् आत्मवश्यैर्विधेयात्मा प्रसादमधिगच्छति दुःखेष्वनुद्विग्नमनाः सुखेषु विगतस्पृहः वीतरागभयक्रोधः स्थितधीर्मुनिरुच्यते प्रसादे सर्वदुःखानां हानिरस्योपजायते प्रसन्नचेतसो ह्याशु बुद्धिः पर्यवतिष्ठते यः सर्वत्रानभिस्नेहः तत्तत्प्राप्य शुभाशुभम् नाभिनन्दति न द्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता या निशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागर्ति संयमी यस्यां जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुनेः ओमित्येकाक्षरं ब्रह्मा व्याहरन् मामनुस्मरन् यः प्रयाति त्यजन् देहम् स याति परमां गतिम् श्रद्धावान् लभते ज्ञानम् तत्परः संयतेन्द्रियः ज्ञानं लब्ध्वा परां शान्तिम् अचिरेणाधिगच्छति
अचिरेणाधिगच्छति
एषा ब्राह्मी स्थितिः पार्थ
एषा ब्राह्मी स्थितिः पार्थ
नैनां प्राप्य विमुह्यति
नैनां प्राप्य विमुह्यति
स्थित्वा स्यामन्तकालेऽपि
स्थित्वा स्यामन्तकालेऽपि
ब्रह्मनिर्वाणमृच्छति
ब्रह्मनिर्वाणमृच्छति
ॐ तत्सदिति
ॐ तत्सदिति
श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु
श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु
उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां
ब्रह्मविद्यायां
योगशास्त्रे
श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे
ज्ञानयोगश्लोकसंग्रहः
ज्ञानयोगश्लोकसंग्रहः
हरिः ॐ तत्सत्
हरिः ॐ तत्सत्
श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु
श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु
हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः सुप्रभातम् ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे परम्पराम्. So in the last session we had seen all the actions we do in our day-to-day life is connected to some kind of goal, which we call as pursuit. And we seek this goal positively. We think we are seeking it positively. And we have seen while we are seeking this goal, we are not comfortable being a seeker. And we want the goal to be sought. So we want it to be with us. Whatever be the goal. You want a house, you want a particular situation, wherever want comes. I want this particular car, house, I want money, I want this particular kind of relationship, I want this vacation. Wherever we talk about want, you are seeking. And we have seen that when we are in the process of seeking, we are always anxious to have whatever we are seeking with us. The day we get what we were seeking, the anxiety drops in that aspect. So I was thinking I don't have a car, so mind keeps saying, I don't have a car, I don't have a car, I don't have a car. So now you start working, I want to have a car, I want to have a car. And then all the work is done. And you get a very good car, because we are only imagining, we can imagine car like BMW, Mercedes-Benz, you get a car. And once the car comes, then that aspect of seeking is over. So it pauses. So then you don't have anxiety about that. Till then all of us have some anxiety. We may not show it out, but it will be there at the back of the mind. Arey abhi tak ye nahi hua, this is not yet done, this is not complete. Similarly, let's talk about yogasana. So we are doing yogasana and there is something called asana siddhi, where you are supposed to sit in a particular asana for so many minutes. Then there are people who can sit in the same asana and continue the same asana for hours. Then when we see that person, we become a seeking person. Why? Because see, he is able to do, she is able to do asana for so many hours. I am able to do only for 5-10 minutes. I should also be able to do it for so many hours. It really depends on what our mindset is. But the common thing is our seeking is not stopping. We seek. And till we get what we seek, our mind is not going to be at rest, at peace. Once we have got what we seek, the mind will be at peace. This is what we discussed in the last class. And then there is an example also that I gave from the movie In Pursuit of Happiness. The name of the movie is that, and where he defines happiness as just few moments. So he's been doing all that work to get into a place where he is a stockbroker of a very big company and he will earn a lot. So when he becomes that stockbroker, for that 2 seconds or few moments, he names it as moment of happiness. That is how he defines happiness. And all of us have the same definition in mind. That few minutes, few hours, we extend also the happiness. How do we extend? You get a car, you are happy. Okay. Then we want to extend the happiness. How we throw party? We throw a party, we want to extend that moment of happiness. Then once you get the car and you start driving the car, it can be BMW also. First day there is a thrill. I am driving BMW. Second day there is a thrill. Third day, fourth day. After 2 months it becomes like any other car. You take even Ferrari, why BMW? Somebody wants speed, so he buys a Ferrari. He drives at the fastest maximum speed. Every day he gets the Bombay-Pune road or the nice road. These are all places where you can speed. He speeds. After 2 months, that speed with which he is going becomes normal. He says, I want more thrill now. People who have this thrill sensation, I want this more, this will give me more thrill, this is what I want. For this, in Kathopanishad, Nachiketa says, the bhoga that is there, bhoga means anything that you are experiencing, after some time will make jarayanti tejaha, indriyani jarayanti tejaha. It will remove the sensitivity of the sense organ. It is not going to, you are not going to be satisfied. I got to ride in Ferrari. I got it in this speed and I was thrilled. The hair stood on my skin. All this, you will be very happy. After some time, that same speed will not give you the same thrill. The same speed will not give you the same contentment or happiness. Whatever you get, it will not give you. You do asana siddhi. 2 hours, 3 hours, I am able to hold the asana, but you won't be happy. Okay, I am able to hold this asana for 2-3 hours, but there is one more asana which is more difficult. Let me try holding that. So, slowly you eat one gulab jamun, you feel happy. Then slowly every day you say, I'll eat one gulab jamun. After some days that one gulab jamun will not give you the taste. You need 2 gulab jamuns. So, the sense organs that you have, they reduce in their sensitivity. So they don't give the same information which is generating excitement. You need more to generate the same excitement. In fact, they give the information. It's not generating any excitement. So this is how the objects and the sense organs are, which we are seeing. So when we are doing this, 2 important conclusions we came to, or because of which we are doing this. What are the 2 important conclusions? First conclusion is, I lack. This is the conclusion. I lack what? You will see, it depends on what you are pursuing. If you are pursuing happiness, I lack happiness. If I am pursuing security, I lack security. If I am pursuing something like, I want to go to Swarga, or let us say I want to go to US. India, so much of pollution, so much of population, so much of problem, struggle. Let me go to US. You are trying to improve what you are. So you feel limited in a particular situation and you want to remove those limitations. So I lack what? Limitlessness. Rather, that is what I say. I lack fullness, wholeness. There is some lack in me. That lack is always there. And I want to fulfill the lack. And that is how the seeking starts. So this is the first conclusion. The second conclusion is, I lack something and something outside can give me what I lack. I lack happiness. So if I buy a Mercedes-Benz car will give me happiness. See, here we are only trying to find out what are our conclusions. We are not judging. And it is very important to see, nobody says you should not have a Mercedes car. The point is, your Mercedes car becomes the object of completing your lack. So I lack this, if I get this, that lack is done. It is removed. So therefore, twofold conclusion. What is the first conclusion? I lack, and then something outside will give me what I lack. I lack flexibility, I lack health, something outside will give me that health and flexibility. This is how we do. We don't seek something because we want. Otherwise everybody should be seeking Mercedes-Benz car. No. Somebody seeks Mercedes-Benz car, somebody seeks a cycle. Why? Because every person is having a different idea of what they lack, and that is why they are seeking that. Now let us see or inquire into both the conclusions. We are concluding I lack something and then I want. Again see, driving a Mercedes-Benz car, having a Mercedes-Benz car is not a problem. The problem is coming when I think I need to have the Mercedes car to remove some lacuna or lack that I have. This thinking is what we are trying to analyze, whether it is the right thinking. So for that we have to understand, if I really lack something by nature, like happiness is not there, security is not there, I am insecure, I am unhappy, I am not peaceful. These are all conclusions. Now if these conclusions are right, then we have to see, by going and seeking something from the object outside, are we going to fulfill the lack? Let us analyze and see. If by nature I lack something, something from outside will not give me permanently what I lack. First of all, it cannot change my nature. By nature, if I lack security, that means what? I am insecure. If by nature I lack security, something from outside is not going to make me secure. Take the example, salt is salty in nature, yes or no? Okay, I rub sugar on the salt 100 times, 200 times, 300 times. Will the salt become sweet? So, if by nature I am insecure, something from outside cannot remove my security. My nature cannot change. In science, I do not know how many of you all have heard this, there is a concept called magnetization. Okay, where you keep magnetizing a material and it can become a magnet for some time. But after some time it loses its magnetism. That means if by nature it is not magnetic, whatever you induce will be lost. Sometime or the other it has to be lost. So it is going to be lost. So therefore, if I think by having a house or by having a money I am going to be secure, when that goes away due to some situation, you are bound to become insecure again. Because we think that you are insecure by nature, anything from outside is not going to give you that security. For some time it will give you the feeling of being secure. Okay, but it will not give you or change your own absolute nature. That is, let us assume, we have assumed that it is insecure. Okay, then unhappiness, the same thing. If you think something from outside is going to give me happiness, it will make you feel that you are happy for some time, but again you come back to the same position as you were before. Yes or no? You want to go for a movie, why you want to be happy? Okay, a movie will give me happiness. Actually, we will analyze what is that happiness, but let us assume you go for some movie, thrilling movie, Bahubali, a very good movie where you are completely, you forget about what is happening in the present, you are completely into the movie. Such a movie you go and see, or Avatar, some movie you go and see. For those 3 hours, you completely forget everything. After 3 hours, what? Again back to the same person. So, we are seeking something from outside, thinking that my nature is being unhappy and I am seeking happiness from outside. It seems to induce happiness, seems to. And after some time, that happiness goes away. So, this is true for any seeking. So, we have to first question our conclusion number 1. What is the conclusion? I lack something. And the conclusion, if that is the conclusion, if you lack something, you will never be fulfilling that lack from something outside. Because you lack it. That is your nature. Now, next comes the next question. Okay, if you lack something, by nature, if you are insecure, by nature, if you are unhappy, will you be happy about it or not? Should you be comfortable with or not? Whatever is your nature, are you comfortable? Think about it. Suppose my health is good. By normally, what should be my health? Good. Swastaha. This is swastaha. Okay. No ailment. Healthy body, healthy mind, you are functional, you are able to do what you are supposed to do. Right? You are comfortable or not? When you get illness, are you uncomfortable or not? Whether it is mental illness or whether it is physical illness, we want to get it out. It is like that, we say, somebody comes to you and you have all of us have lot of suppressed emotions, and we think we have a lot of problems and all. The person, go and ask him, are you happy? Initially you will say, yes, I am happy. Then you probe, kya hua, sab theek hai, what happened? I don't think you are happy. And then with a little prick, the person will start pouring out all his or her emotions. Whether you want it or not, you have to sit there for 1 hour and listen to all the problems. Close friend, this is what happens. And it flows. The person will not even know that hours have gone by. He will simply flow with all the problems the person is having. That means what? I am not comfortable being unhappy. And whatever I am not comfortable cannot be my original nature. If I have a eardrum is there, a small insect goes into the ear. Are we comfortable till the insect comes out? Just imagine you are sleeping. This is a forest area. If you are not properly covered, some small insect, very small insect can come and sit in your ears. It makes a sound. Are you comfortable? You want to remove it out. A small insect goes into your eyes. Are you comfortable till you remove it out? You are not comfortable, right? So, whatever is my original nature, when I deviate from that original nature, I am not comfortable. And therefore, we have to now see whether my first conclusion is right. What is my first conclusion? I lack. Because if I do not lack at all, there is no question of seeking something. Like the person is there who is very poor, seem to be poor. He is owning a small piece of land. He has no money. So he puts a small kutia. And he keeps leading his life. He goes for begging. He does odd jobs for living, for getting the money, for food, clothing. Shelter is there, small kutia he has made, and he stays there. Suddenly one day he dies. Then the government comes here, there is nobody to claim the land, so the government comes, starts digging. They find that there is gold below the land. Same land where he stayed. Okay. What has he been thinking always? That I lack wealth. And all his actions were based on the thinking what? I lack wealth. But had he dug himself the land below, he would have found a lot of gold coins and he would be actually wealthy. So, due to lack of knowledge, he led his whole life in a different manner. Correct? So, if I positively lack something, then we can see whether I need to seek or that is how it is, let it come, let me be happy for some time, then it goes, this is how the life is. But what if I really by nature do not lack? Question has to be asked. And we will see some instances where I don't feel any lack. And then let's go and analyze the next conclusion before we come to this conclusion. Conclusion number 1 we will analyze because that is what our nature is. What is conclusion 2? Something from outside will give me what I lack. Let us see. Something from outside will give me what I lack. So we get dependent on something that is outside. It can be a relation also. It can be the longest lasting relation. What is the longest lasting relationship? A spouse. Right? Even parents after 20, 22 years, 25 years, we are having a relation, but we are not very closely knit. But a spouse. So therefore, the most lasting relationship also is called lasting relationship, but it cannot be called permanent. Why? Because after some time either I have to die or my spouse has to die. Okay, let us be positive that we have very good relationship and there is no divorce, there is no separation and we stay together. But still one day or the other the person has to go. Any other relation, one day or the other the person has to go. All of us know or not. But even after knowing, when the person dies, whether he dies or she dies out of accident or whether it is a natural death, whatever be it, there are statements made by people. What statements? I am not yet able to come in terms with the loss. Why? Though we know that this is temporary, we have slowly started leaning on it as if it is going to be permanent. Yes or no? Like for example, you have a cardboard chair. You know that it is a cardboard chair. If you sit on it, thermocol chair, let's say, thermocol chair. This in Ganapati, Ganesh Chaturthi and all, they make this chair only for the sake of the idol. Very light it is. That idol may be weighing 1 or 2 kilos. You make a nice cardboard chair or a thermocol chair. Can you sit on it? What will happen? That is what happens. So, reality is, every relation is temporary. But what we do in our mind, it is like that cardboard or thermocol chair. We slowly start leaning on it and slowly start sitting on it. We sit on it very well. And when that cardboard chair or the thermocol chair gives away, that means when the person dies, then you also fall mentally. Of course, mental will also affect your physical health. Depression sets in. This is what we do. So the first problem that we have to see is we are leaning on something that is temporary. And we think that is going to make me permanently happy. Going to give me permanent security. So we lean. It can be a car also. You lean on the car. There are people, they are like, I want this kinetic Honda. There was a scooter. At one point in time, everybody had this scooter. I know one of my friends who wanted this scooter and every time he bought the same scooter. Gaya, same scooter again he brought. After some time, kinetic Honda itself went out of market. Now he is found wanting. He does not know what to do. So even if you are contented with kinetic Honda, there also you are developing a sense of attachment. This is the second problem. Because you have a psychological dependency which you build on something that is temporary, there is an attachment from your end, not from their end. It is from your end. And that attachment, what happens because of that attachment? You are not wanting to let that go. Why? Because you think you are leaning on it. Just imagine, you are leaning on it. And if that goes, you are going to fall. Therefore, you develop a attachment. And this is exactly what happened to Arjuna. Arjuna developed attachment towards his relatives, which is in other words called mamakara. Technically, in the technical term, it is called mamaka. He developed attachment. And because he developed attachment, he was not able to see even what is right and what is wrong. And what is right and what is wrong should be known by a Kshatriya at least. And he was a Kshatriya. He didn't know. He in fact said, if I kill my relatives, I will be doing a lot of papa. So his thinking itself went away because he was completely attached. He was not able to see them as soldiers. He was only able to see them as some kind of relation. Guru, then great grandfather, okay, then Kula Guru, brothers. This is how he was able to see. He was not able to see them as soldiers who are fighting on the other side. And Arjuna knew that they were all on the side of adharma, but still he was not able to do it. That is because of the attachment. And therefore the attachment is developed. Then we have already seen, even if everything is fine and you get, are you satisfied? It is like no one can eat just one. Take one Lay's ad is there. You take one chips, then you feel like it's not Lay's, it can be any snacks you take. It's very tasty. You eat one, then you don't want to drop there. You want to eat pizza. One slice pizza I'll have. That is not enough. Then another slice pizza. So, whatever you are seeking from outside, when you get, is it making you fulfilled? And does it stop the seeking completely? No. So, it leaves you unsatisfied. It leaves you craving for something still. Not craving for that, craving for something else. And therefore, that is another problem. Then, if you look at something outside and you are seeking, when you are seeking, there is a lot of effort. And when you are maintaining what you are having, there is a lot of effort. Yes or no? You bring a car, BMW, lot of effort to get the car. After you get the car, a small scratch also 1 lakh rupees. Bangalore traffic, you are driving, bikers are coming, you don't know, somebody can come and scratch your car. He will go away, but you have to pay 1 lakh. So, tension, anxiety when you are seeking. What? When will it come? When will it come? When will it come? After it has come, anxiety is, oh, it should not go, it should not go, it should not go, I have to maintain. And then of course, one day it has to go, right? It will go. And when it goes, there is again dukkha, sorrow. And therefore, this is something that we observe about things that are there outside. So we have seen that what we are seeking positively from something outside, we think that we are getting it, it is just a notion. But really speaking, we are not getting it because it has certain limitations. And what are the limitations we have seen? It is temporary, it brings in attachment, it involves a lot of effort, pain and suffering, and then even if you get it, it leaves you unsatiated. You still have the lack. With this thinking, we will leave for today. Next week we will inquire on the first conclusion. What is the conclusion? I lack. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.